Loneliness, they say, is an epidemic. But is that something new? Or has just the media made it seem so? Either way, it hits almost anyone, no matter what your age. But as we get older, it just seems more difficult to deal with. But loneliness comes down, really, to one thing, and it's disconnect. It's social disconnection. Hi, my name is Susan, and welcome to my channel. On my channel, I like to talk about issues and navigating life as we get older. And speaking of getting older, these social disconnections are key to our health and our happiness. Some people don't need a whole lot of social connection. Introverts, for example, um, I'm kind of, it's funny, I'm kind of an introvert, I would say, but I also do like to get out quite a bit. I like to socialize a little bit, not a whole lot. But I do enjoy my time when I get home to be by myself. So that's where I think the introvert in me comes out. But if you are truly an introvert, you really don't need that much in your social connections. Just getting out a little bit each day, maybe, is really enough for you. And it can be even just doing so much as to getting out, going to the grocery store, or going shopping in maybe a home goods type of a store while you just walk around and look at the pretty things. I do this quite often. I just like to go into a store like that and look at the items. And I don't know, it just makes me feel better to get out a little bit with people around me. Obviously, I don't know these people, but it just, I don't know, it just makes me feel better. That's all I need. And then I can go back home and I feel like, I feel like part of the world, like I've gotten out a little bit. And it always helps me to do something like that. And that's one of the things I deal with when I have a feeling of loneliness, is just to get myself out the door and be among some people in a store or in any type of a situation like that. And it makes me feel better. So that's one of the things that I personally like to do for myself. Okay, step number one is to be your own best friend. Yes, get to know yourself better. That way you can understand these feelings and understand why you feel the way you do. Why do you feel lonely? A lot of people spend time scrolling through their phones, looking at Instagram pictures or pictures on Facebook, and they see pictures of people that they know, and these people are having great time. Maybe they're on vacation, maybe it seems like they're having an exciting life, but in reality, they're just they're just posting maybe a week's vacation, 1 week out of 52 weeks a year, and they decide to put it on Facebook or Instagram, and you see that, and you start to get that feeling of missing out, like the whole world is going on outside your door and you're not part of it. So I recently visited a friend who did just this. I mean, she said this exact thing, that she was scrolling through her Facebook page and she came across some pictures of a friend of ours, a mutual friend, who was on vacation. And I mean, my friend just seemed to have this sad thought about it, as if she was missing out. And this mutual friend of ours who was on this Facebook page, was just having the time of her life, and her life is so wonderful. But it's not really like that. It's just a small amount of time out of her life. It's probably just a week that she took a trip and posted it on Facebook. And the second thought I have to help you combat your lonely feeling is to have routines. Your routines throughout your day really help give you structure, give you things to do, give you a plan for your day. So know that, let's say on a Monday, know that in the morning you're going to do laundry and you're going to plan some meals for the rest of the week or some such thing. And then in the afternoon, you can go grocery shopping for the things that you put on your list. So just you need some structure to your day and your week. Also try and plan some things throughout the week that you know that you want to do. Maybe you want to go take a nice long walk at the park. And so you could plan to do that. If you happen to have a walking buddy that you could call, that would be fun to get together with someone, and that would certainly get you out of the house. So routines are necessary to provide structure and to help you get through your day. So plan some specific chores throughout your day, and that will help you plan your day and make it a more meaningful day for you. Another thought is to have hobbies. And I made a previous video on hobbies, but I think hobbies or interests are extremely important. I think having a special interest can really help how you feel throughout the day and give your day a little more purpose. You know, if you set aside some time, let's say you wake up and you decide that in the morning you are going to do your hobby for about 3 hours, 2 or 3 hours, and you know that you can look forward to this 2 or 3 hours of time that you're going to do something that you really enjoy, and it gives you something to look forward to. I do the same thing with painting. You know, I'll set up my easel and I'll know that I have 3 hours to myself and I can paint and just enjoy this time. And to be able to do this with no interruptions is just my way of enjoying these few hours that I have to myself. And lastly, to seek out like minded people. You know, if you can seek out groups or workshops or classes that are that have interests similar to your own interests, um, you know, this is another great way to get yourself out of the house and get involved in some things that you enjoy doing. But I think the key to any of this is that you have to take the first step to taking care of yourself and your mental health, and to help to eliminate the isolated feeling that you might have. But if you're having these feelings of loneliness, then some type of social connection, I think, is really important. It's important for all of us. I know I couldn't live without it. And as I said, as we get older, it becomes even more important, you know, and there are struggles as we get older. Some older people have to rely on others to either bring them groceries or take them out, drive them somewhere. So I understand that not everyone is lucky enough to be able to come and go as they please. And that's one of the downsides of getting older, if you can't get around as easily as you did before. But try to take these first steps and try to implement at least one of them into your schedule and see if that doesn't help. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.